is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Howdy, here we are, ready to talk with Omar Kelly and our EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report. Not Caneswear, but EJD Construction. Yep, that's all right. That's all right. You zigged when you zagged. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. How you doing, man? How you feeling?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You were depressed. You had like 8 bottles of whiskey next to you at the end of the season, a half bottle empty of Prozac. You were so depressed. Now you get Tyreek Hill, you got Teron Armstead, you got Connor, you got Waddle, you got
I didn't just get Waddle. I had Waddle. Don't.
But I'm saying the whole mix now. Now you got some entertainment going on. You're going to have one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. The Dolphins are going to the playoffs, probably the Super Bowl, and going to win it all. How are you feeling? All right. What is wrong with you?
Daughter's daycare got shut down because of COVID. Just had to go get her tested this morning. She's not feeling good, so I'm trying to manage my life. As far as the Dolphins,
damn, you got serious on me. Oh shit.
Yeah, nah, I'm all right. I've been up a lot.
I hope she's fine, dude. God.
I hope she's fine too. As far as the Dolphins, killing it in free agency, as they usually do during Steve Ross's tenure. I haven't counted how much money in guaranteed money and how much money in signing bonus they've done. Those are the only 2 numbers I really calculate and factor in. The signing bonus, because that's what the owner has to pay out his pocket right now. And for Tyreek Hill, he just had to come up with a check for $25 million. I don't know about you.
Can you write a check for $25? Can you?
That's not the equivalent of what he has.
That's $25 for Stephen Ross.
That's not the equivalent of what that's not fair. That's not right. What are
you talking about? Have you been to Stephen Ross's house? His toilet paper are $100 bills, bro.
Oh, stop it. Listen.
Come on.
I don't care who you are. I don't care. I really don't care who you are.
You end up with green ass coming out of his house.
I really don't care who you are or how rich you are. Writing a check for $25 million, that ain't easy. That ain't easy.
After you stay at Stephen Ross's house and go to his bathroom, you are eligible to walk into the Federal Reserve because you've got, bills all over your ass.
And keep in mind that there are a lot of teams where $25 million is their entire signing bonus budget for the offseason.
Think about it. That's the entire Miami Marlins budget right there.
Wow, that's cold-blooded.
Accurate.
But getting back to it, I like what they've done. I came on here last week and I said, "Where's my entrees?" We had a lot of sides. We didn't have any entrees.
Got 2 of them now, bitch.
Well, yeah. Well, we got the chef special. We got surf and turf. Surf and turf.
You went to Shula's Steakhouse and you walked out with that 48-ounce porterhouse, bitch. That's what you got. You didn't get an entree.
I've had that once.
48-ounce porterhouse, baby.
Yeah, I had that once in Indy. I actually ate steak at Shula's in Indy.
You ate the whole 48-ounce?
I believe I did.
It's amazing.
That's
awesome, dude. I couldn't even eat a 24-ounce steak, bro. That's solid, bro. That's amazing.
I think I've had, because I believe there's also like a 72-ounce steak too, and I was just like, yeah.
Oh, no, the 48 gets you on the wall, doesn't it?
Then I didn't have that one. I had the one right under it. I don't know I can't remember what it is.
Somebody help me out there. Isn't the 48 one the one that gets you on the wall? I thought it was. Because it's there's no.
I think the 72 gets you on the wall. I'm not I don't know. I'm not sure. I
It
can't remember.
kind of makes
It
sense.
makes sense. 72 in the and Shula Steakhouse.
What?
Right?
What's that?
It's Shula Steakhouse, correct?
It
That
would
is
make
true.
sense.
72 Shula. I do believe.
Bro, but 72 ounces? Holy
I
crap!
do believe it's the 72 that gets you on the wall. This is like over a decade ago, and I know I ate a huge, big ass chunk of meat at Shula Steakhouse once.
Well, I know
but it wasn't the one that gets you on the wall.
Yeah, there's no way I could eat that one on the wall.
Those were in my probably 20s.
Yeah, it's like Samuel says, 48 ounces. That's 3 pounds of meat. I mean, bro, there's no way. There's no way I could do it. No way I could eat 48 ounce steak. No freaking way, dude.
You're not even supposed to eat steak.
No, well, no, I can eat steak. I just can't eat steak often. Like I can have it. I can have it on average once a week, and it won't affect me. But if I eat steak 2 or 3 times in a week, forget it. I'm done. I'll get a gout attack. Or if I have beer a few times in a week, gout attack.
You're not supposed to even drink it.
I have shellfish a couple times a week. Gout attack. But if I have that's what I have to do in my mind. Once I had shellfish, that's it for the rest of the week. I can't have a beer. I can't have steak. I can't have anything. I got to wait a week for it to get out of my system so then I can have any one of those 3 again.
Eric has promised me, Eric from EJG Construction has promised me a Wagyu steak that's going to change my life. And so I'm still waiting on that. And I'm sure you'll get the invite as well.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be there because I won't miss something like that. And when I know I'm going to his house, I don't eat steak prior to that days before, so I know I can eat, and then days after I will not eat. Because sometimes you can't go to Eric from EJD's house, not ready to eat some meat. Yes, sir. What do we got? Oh, Anthony Vega. Thank you for the love in the super chat. He says, my grandfather, Vega, had the 48 ounce and got his name on the wall years ago. So there you go. And he sent a super chat in to put that. So it is 48 ounce, bro. It's 3 pounds of meat, dude.
I got to look it up.
You probably ate the 24 ounce, dude.
I probably ate the 24.
Which, by the way, Omar, oh my God, it's awesome to eat a 24 ounce, dude.
I know it's not something I'm proud of. I mean, I know I went. It was one of those things where
it's impressive. It's impressive. I'm impressed that you.
I don't know if I can do it now. I mean, I did that when I was in my 20s. Yeah, I know I was one step under wall status.
Yeah, I was pretty sure the 48 ounce is the one. 72, bro. What do you want to do? Just kill somebody right on the spot?
No, I think there's a 72. I do think there's a 72.
I'm sure there's a maniac somewhere that ate a 72, but I'm pretty sure the one on the wall was 48 because I know that I could never, ever come even close to it. I have a buddy of mine that can eat the 48 ounce and then have a couple of desserts and something else and then laugh at you, a half hour later and start eating again. It's like it's like an endless pit. That guy, but I could never do that. I don't have those skills. All right, so
yep,
they're clearing up more space now. Do you think that there's a JC Treader move waiting because they just freed up some space with Jones and all that? Is that more to accommodate what's going on, or is there a chance that there's another move coming? And I would think it's on the offensive side because it just seems like they want to bring back what's status quo on defense, but on offense, they really want to make a difference. I don't know.
I have heard and have not been able to confirm Honey Badger.
Okay.
It makes a lot of sense even though safety is not necessarily a major need. If you want an elite safety, if you want an elite defense, he'd help you get to an elite defense status. And
that's interesting. That's really interesting.
I don't know if that's going to get done from the standpoint of Honey Badger, and I've even accounted for it. Do you know Honey Badger's made like $90 million during his career?
It's a great player, dude.
He is a great player, but come on, he's a safety. He's a safety.
Yeah, but he's not normal. He's not a normal safety.
Yeah.
He does a lot of shit out there, and he's really, really good. He's got range that is just crazy, man.
There's a connection with Sam Madison, who coached him out in Kansas City.
Okay.
I have not been able to nail it down to the point where I can write it. And I don't know how serious he is, because sounds like Honey Badger's trying to get to a contender. But if he's picking between the Steelers and the Dolphins, neither are contenders, he might want to take that South Florida life. And don't do me like that. Don't look at me like that. Do not look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you trying to say the Dolphins are contenders?
Hey, listen, I can't help you that you're off the Tua bandwagon.
Oh my God!
I can't help you with that.
Okay, all right.
But you know, the fact that Mike McDaniel's in town, they fixed the running game. They got the
How
weapon.
they fixed the running game? I haven't seen them play a game.
Well,
I haven't seen them play a game.
You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith.
Faith is something I don't have.
I know. I saw you at the end of the season. I know.
I don't buy hope.
I saw the empty bottles of whiskey. I saw half the bottle of Prozac. I saw you. You were downtrodden and everything. But I'm here to tell you, you'll be in Arizona covering the Dolphins in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
This is it. The Honey Badger knows that the sweetness run is coming now.
Yeah. I think he's probably leaning towards a couple contenders.
And by the way, when Tua's like thrown like his 35th touchdown in like week 10, okay, you're not allowed on the bandwagon. Okay, I just want you to know that.
Don't want to be on it.
Okay, we're waving at you as we.
I know. Bye to Anon.
That's right. Well, and by the way, we can only wave at you with one hand because the other one's holding the trophy. So we're just like Lombardi. Bye, Omar. Lombardi. Bye, Omar. Just say
All right.
And Tua will be there with us, but he's carrying the MVP trophy. So it's just one of those things.
He can't wait. He's got the Super Bowl in one hand and the MVP in the other.
He's a little busy. He's a little busy right now, so But
listen,
Honey Badger knows what's coming. He knows that the Kraken has been unleashed, and everybody looks at him like a geek. But it's chic to be a geek, and
who looks at him like a geek?
Mike McDaniel. And so Mike McDaniel.
Oh, you're talking about Mike's a geek. Okay.
Yeah, they look at the geek, but they don't understand that it's chic to be a geek, and it's gonna happen.
He's not geeky. He has style. He's very stylish. Like he's very stylish. So
and the Honey Badger knows it.
Balenciaga shoes. He's very, very, very stylish. Players
What'd you think of Tyreek Hill's reaction on him and all that? It looks he seems to make an impression on all his players, by the way.
Yeah, he's very unique, and I think he's himself, which is I always admire. Not to say that other coaches are not themselves, but he's a weird bird, and he doesn't pretend not to be a weird bird. You understand what I'm saying?
But he's a communicator. He's a connector. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
What I find interesting is that players really like him because he's very relatable and he understands how to connect to this generation of players, and that's generally who people are hiring these days. However, that's always been with him not being in charge of a meeting room, not being responsible for finding a guy, not being the disciplinarian. And unless he anoints somebody else as the disciplinarian, and I don't know how that's going to go because Gase tried it one time with the Rashad Jones punishment and suspension. Gase was like, I want nothing to do with that. Like, you and Bert.
I think the smart coaches, Omar, have veteran players that police the locker room for you.
Whatever, bro. Listen.
You don't believe that? You don't like that?
No. Veteran teams have veteran players that police locker rooms.
That's what I'm saying.
Dolphins do not have a veteran team.
Well, you just added a Teron Armstead who could be
Teron Armstead and Tyreek Hill, and newcomers always in their first year sit back and do not really exert their leadership because they're still trying to
Ogba leader.
Ogba
Jerome Baker can be a leader. Christian Wilkins can be a leader on this team.
Okay, sure. They're all still young. They're all still green, except for Ogba.
They've all been here years.
Landon's your leader. Landon's your leader. I can't really.
You're just leaning to an old guy.
No, I'm telling you about who the guys who have
Christian Wilkins is a veteran and a leader on this team. He's been here for 4 years, bro. Jerome Baker is a leader.
Christian Wilkins has been here for 3 years.
This is his 4th year, bro.
He's going to be his 4th year. He's not a leader yet.
He's a leader. Of course he's a leader, bro. He's a proven player. He plays well. He's definitely a leader.
Has the opportunity to exert himself as a leader now. But
that's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
It's time for Ogba to become a leader here on this team. It's time for Wilkins to be a leader on this team. Jerome Baker can be a leader on this team. Hell yeah. And Teron Armstead has to take a leadership of the offense, dude. He has to lead those offensive linemen, all those guys. He has to be the guy. A lot of those guys have to lean to him. And I understand that Tua also, as a quarterback, has to be a leader, but I understand the dynamics behind it. He has to go out there, ball, and once he balls, then everything then falls into place. But some of these guys like Teron Armstead, they have to become automatic leaders in an offense that needs leadership.
Oh, offense, you're talking, yeah.
Well, on defense, it'll be Christian Wilkins and some of the guys I talked about. They can be the faces on defense, but on offense, a Teron Armstead has to take over right away, Omar. Has to.
Am I back? Can you hear me?
We hear you.
All right, cool. I'm sorry. Stuff is going down, so people are calling me. Yeah, leadership, sure. Somebody needs to step up. Okay. Like I until you see leadership, you can't account for it. And there are guys,
but you've been around some of those guys. They have those qualities that they can be those.
Yeah, but at the beginning of last year, they really needed leaders to step forward, and nobody did. And it kind of created a complicated dynamic, and eventually they worked their way out of it, and leaders did step forward and step up. But the guys, unfortunately, and I'm just going to be candid, the guys that you think should be the leaders of this team have not been in recent years, and they need to be. They do. That's just reality.
By the way, Raj sent in a Venmo. He says, for Omar, not thrilled about next year.
What's wrong? What's wrong? Why?
He says because he's gone. He says because you're leaving.
I will still be around. Listen,
oh, so you are gone?
Not no paperwork yet. So listen, I like what they've done. I like the fact that they've helped Tua. They've touched every area of their offense. They're committed, absolutely committed, emphatically to a run game. I've watched now 6 of the 49ers games as Mike McDaniel as play caller, and I've always watched the 49ers just because they play the style of ball. But, man, it's going to take them a minute to implement all of that, what they do. It's not going to look good early, unless the O-line is just a beast. But when they finally get their footing and finally gain their comfort level, it's going to be the perfect offense for Tua. It's going to be the perfect offense for this team. You know, what they did by adding Teron Armstead, and we talked about that previously. Now you got Armstead and Connor Williams on one side. And, you know, let's just say Dieter for now is in at center. We'll figure that out later. But on the right side, you got Liam Eichenberg, you got Robert Hunt, you got Austin Jackson, you got Robert Jones, you got Solomon Kinley. Hell, you could throw in Michael Dieter because he's played guard. And you don't know exactly whether he fits this scheme better than he fit the last scheme. Everybody should be losing weight working on their running, working on their movement skills, working on their agility for this line. And they do have some very talented athletes on the line. And now that they're not going to have to, basically they're going to be able to pin their ears back and get after people. And that's how offensive linemen always love to play.
Yeah. No, there's no doubt. And I think you can see in Armstead's excitement about how the offense is schemed. He kind of really felt like
how the talk of the offense being schemed. They haven't even seen a playbook. So, but yes.
But they don't have to see a playbook when you're talking Armstead and McDaniel sit down and talk. They're at another level, and he's just going to explain to him what he's doing.
Talk is cheap, bro. You know how many times Brian Flores says he wants a physical rushing attack, and then they were one of the worst rushing attacks in the NFL.
We're talking about a guy that knows no offense to a guy that actually runs offense.
All right,
we can come on, it's Flores, bro. I mean,
No, let's not do that.
By the way, because I tweeted this out yesterday, any shot this team is this aggressive with Brian Flores, still the coach.
Oh, absolutely. No question.
What?
Oh, absolutely.
This aggressive? No way.
They went for Watson in the season with a first-round quarterback and basically was like, screw it.
That's one player, and here we're talking about offensive line. We're talking about wide receiver.
Do you realize before in the free agency where they got Byron Jones and Eric Flowers, they spent $230-something million.
They got rid of Flowers right away.
Let me finish. And set a record for spending before the Patriots broke their record the next year after that. Steve Ross is always aggressive. Steve Ross has now made six players.
I'm not saying Steve Ross. I'm saying Brian Flores.
Oh,
I don't think they would have been this aggressive, especially on the offensive side.
They have always been aggressive. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He would have sabotaged.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
He would have never bought these two linemen.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He would have never made the trade for Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill's available, and Brian Flores would have said, do whatever it takes, just like Chris Greer did. Don't do that. Teron Armstead, clearly they need a tackle. Could they have landed all of these guys without this new offense and the intrigue of Mike McDaniel? I don't know. But you also were on the verge of landing. You also were on the verge of landing a top 5 quarterback because of Brian Flores. And when he left, that went bye-bye. So don't sit here. We're not going to do that. We're not going to poo-poo somebody. Like if Mike McDaniels matches,
I've watched him sabotage offenses for a few years now. Yes, I can do that. Yes.
Listen, he didn't sabotage the 2020 offense.
Yeah, because he sabotaged it after it was successful.
Oh, I think this fan base. Listen, and it's 50-50. Did Chan Gailey want to get away from Brian Flores? Yes.
Everybody except you wants to get away from Brian Flores.
Come on, bro. We didn't even like each other. We still don't like each other. Don't do that.
I saw you guys smoking a peace pipe on that show.
No, I was doing my job as an interviewer.
I saw you.
We weren't buddy.
To him, I saw you. You were buddy. You were hugging.
No, we were not buddy. We're still not buddy. I'm not. I believe in
high-fiving, low-fiving, elbowing.
Absolutely.
All that.
Are you crazy?
I saw you
passive aggressive during
I saw you and Flo doing the kid and play.
Whatever. Let's not do that. Steve Ross has always been aggressive. If you put an elite player in front of Steve Ross, he's going to say, "Go get it," and that's what they did. There's no, and did they give up a lot of capital for it? Absolutely. It violates my fundamental belief that I've had since the Brandon Marshall trade.
But they had no choice. They have no choice. They have to find out about Tua in the next 2 years before they have to pay him in year 5.
Oh, so you mean there's something to find out?
So they have to. Yeah, they have to. Yeah, even just because I know he can play doesn't mean that he has played yet. So now you go out and get him what he needs, and now over the next 2 years, he'll prove to you that he's the guy, and now you can move forward. They have no more time for development anymore.
I
We
wish
had to spend the money. I get why they're doing what they're doing. I totally understand.
I wish they would have done what it took to go get a real tight end. But with that said,
who was available? Who's available?
Huh?
Who's available?
No, I'm just saying back then, before they signed Durham Smythe, before they tagged Gesicki.
Who was available?
Anyway, we're not going
No, but you can't pull it out of your ass and say they had to go get a real tight end.
OJ Howard, better than both of them.
Oh, come on. He hasn't done anything yet.
Okay. He hasn't done anything yet because Gronk took his job.
I'm a huge OJ Howard believer, but we're wrong on OJ Howard.
Okay. I'm telling you we're not. I'm telling you we're not.
Well, so far we are, bro. We have to admit we're wrong, Omar.
I watched 4 years destroy Minka Fitzpatrick in a week of practice.
Dude, 4 years in and
made Minka quit his position.
Play but OJ Howard.
Made Minka's mama call Brian Flores. OJ Howard did that.
I love OJ
Minka's
Howard.
Mama called Brian Flores.
But how are you going to say he's better when offensively he's never done anything that Gesicki's done?
I don't need the offensively. I need a real tight end and somebody better than Durham Smythe. Do you know Durham?
I get it.
Started 41 NFL games.
But you pulled a guy that hasn't accomplished it yet.
What?
You pulled out a guy that hasn't accomplished it yet.
Durham Smythe is he better than Durham Smythe?
Who, OJ?
Yes.
Yeah, I would probably take him over Durham Smythe on potential.
All right, that's all I'm saying.
That's
all I'm saying. For $2 million extra, you do it. You do it. They didn't. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but we're still kind of projecting still. You know what I mean? As much as I like OJ Howard, he has not crossed that threshold, man.
Maybe Hunter Long becomes that player. I don't know. We'll see. But as I was saying, the only thing I wish they would have done on offense.
By the way, did Flo give you any extra insight on Hunter there? Is that what you're saying?
On Hunter?
I'm just busting your balls. Go ahead, bro. Keep going.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about Hunter. Like, crazy.
No, I'm just saying your friendship with Flo. He might have given.
I do not have a friendship with Flo. Do not say that. There's no. Listen.
You didn't pick up on it the first time, so I had to be like completely like transparent there on this one. So go ahead. All right, go ahead, man.
Do not listen. Do not put that out there. Me and Flo.
I saw your phone. It says best friend, and
just like you did me and Gaze. Me and Gaze. I can promise you, Armando's talked to Gaze. Beasley's talked to Gaze. Probably Cam's talked to Gaze.
I think Salguero was Gaze's chauffeur.
Shad has talked to Gaze. Everybody's talked to Gaze since he left the Dolphins. I promise. I have not. So we not buddies.
No.
You probably played around the golf with him.
I never said you were buddies with Gase. I said you were buddies with Flo.
No, you said that like last week. Like, I don't. You know what? I don't become buddies with anybody except a couple players. And that's a totally different ball game. I don't become buddies with coaches because they don't like when. What? What'd you say?
Huh? What?
What'd you say? What'd you say? Huh?
Huh? What?
Listen. I don't become buddies with coaches because they don't like to be criticized.
That's true. That's very true.
I criticize. That's what I do. The difference is players,
except for Flo. I mean, you don't really,
bro. I created a whole laundry list of things that he wasn't doing right, and did a checklist a month later.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I saw that hug after the interview, and I was.
There was no hug.
I don't know. Man.
We like man it up before it early, but that was before the whole interview. And then after the interview, I'm sure there was no hug. Positive.
I don't know. I heard something about like if you have another kid, he's the godfather or something. I don't know. There was all kinds of reports out there. It's just how that relationship of yours is just growing more and more every day. I get it now. I know what's going on. I get it now. You're leaving the Sentinel to work for the Gazette in Pittsburgh. Gotcha. All right. There we go.
You figured me out.
There we go. Steelers beat writer for the Pittsburgh Post
I
Gazette.
ain't a beat writer, bro. No, sir.
Oh, by the way, yeah, we need to know any insight on Jesse Davis. Is he going to Pittsburgh?
I don't know. I haven't, like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry.
Will Pittsburgh trade for X?
No, they're not even good. That X,
you got insight. That's right. You got insight on that one. Okay, I got you. You got that. Yeah. By the way, do you think X survives this offseason here? Because of all the money that they've given out, and X has got to be looking going, wait a minute. You get guarantees. You get guarantees. You get guarantees. Oprah's giving guarantees. Where's my guarantees? Right?
X won his money. Now you could solve that by you got to give another $25 million in signing bonus to X, and you can make the deal more. He can create cap space with X. Now, will they? I don't know, but that just comes down to amount of.
They just gave Byron Jones more guaranteed money. I'm just wondering what X is thinking right about now when he read that and go, what? Jones getting more guaranteed money? What am I getting? A guarantee right out of here. I'm just reading the writing on the wall, man. You know, how much more space, you got to open up because you got to give him money now.
Listen, I don't think X cares where he's playing as long as he's got his money.
Oh, okay. All right. So what would your professional opinion / insight after you talk to X, will he be here or not when the offseason is done?
Unless Chris Greer is going back on his word, which there's no history of that, they're going to get a deal done. Now, if they can get a deal done.
Chris Greer didn't give a word.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not. Go read the quote again. He left it completely open.
No, we said we're going to try to
expects, or what was it? How he phrased it? There was no definitive.
He said we're not trading X. We're gonna get something done. That's what he said.
No, we read the quote the other day because somebody thought the same thing you did,
okay.
and I corrected them on that. And Sean will look it up now. He left it like we're hopeful a deal or expecting a deal or whatever, but he didn't say X will be here. X will get a deal done.
No, I think the question was about him about trading X, and he was like, "No, we're not gonna." I mean, they know the situation. X wants his money. Like it's.
Here we go. We got the quote for you.
It said he had multiple talks with Xavien Howard on restructuring the cornerback's contract with the expectation he is with the team for the 2022 season.
That's expectation.
That's not a quote. Is that a quote?
That's the quote. That's the quote. That's the quote. He's reading the quote.
Then he said, "I have had He should have said, "I have had multiple conversations with whatever." Yep. But anyway, that's.
So expectations is not.
You're not trading X for a first round pick. You're not going to get a player.
I'm just asking you because there's a lot of guarantees being given out, my brother.
And X wants his guarantee.
And no, all these players, they've given out all this money.
X
and
care about anything.
And you're hearing maybe Tyrann Mathieu and others are talking about Treader. So I'm wondering, so what's happening with X then? Because now you guaranteed money to Jones.
You can if you do the contract right, you're creating space by restructuring X's contract. Now, how will they do it? I don't know. Will X agree to it? I don't know. But it's a situation where it would make sense and be smart to get it done. But, this organization hasn't always done what makes sense or what's smart. And if you're going to trade him, okay, cool. I'm sure there's tons of teams that'll go trade the 18th pick for Xavien Howard. Now, the question is, in this watered-down draft, are you going to get a player comparable to Xavien Howard for the 18th pick? And the answer is no.
I don't know how many picks they can get for him.
Unless,
that's the only other reason why I could see them making moves.
Are you trying to change X into four average players?
No. What I'm trying to tell you is I don't know if they plan on keeping him, if they want to keep him long term, because when you're giving out all this money and you haven't addressed him,
Steve
Again?
Ross don't care. Steve Ross don't care. Steve Ross don't care. Listen, guaranteed money means nothing to Steve Ross. It's a signing bonus.
That's not what I'm saying, Omar. I'm saying the optics of it all, that you're signing all these other people and your established guy, your best player, you're not paying attention to him first. Instead, you're waiting to take care of all business before you take care of him.
No, I think
that's
I
not
think they've been
normal.
doing it I think they've been doing it at the same pace. I don't think that it is at a point where they have a deal done, and certainly there's less wiggle room to work with now. But I don't know what their books look like. Absolutely, without unequivocally. At this present moment, it's something that I do on a regular basis, but the Teron Armstead deal, the real deal, hasn't been reported, so I don't know what their books look like.
By the way, here's the quote you're talking about. I've had multiple talks with Xavien this offseason, had some texts back and forth. We're going to have conversations and see if we can come to some sort of resolution. My anticipation is that Xavien will be here next year. See? There's nothing. He left it completely at my anticipation. We've
Anticipation is
forth. He left it all open. Well, I anticipated.
But for the last 2 years, they've refused to trade him for a first-round pick. So I don't see them trading him for a first-round pick.
Don't trade him for multiple picks, my brother. It's a first and a third.
Yeah, nobody's offered a first and a third. They figured that out, which is why they came back to the table last year.
Have you seen the AFC West now, my friend? If you play defense in the AFC West, you better have multiple corners on your team. So I think if they want to trade Xavien Howard, they don't need to look anywhere but the AFC West and go call them and see if all of those teams have two corners, because I bet you they don't. And I bet you one of them would be willing to trade for a guy like Xavien Howard in that freaking division.
And do they have the cap space to make it work? That's another question.
Well, one of them is on a rookie deal, right?
I don't know.
What? Yeah, Herbert's on a rookie deal. You're not paying him.
Yeah, but didn't they just go get J.C. Jackson?
No, you're the artist of the cap doesn't matter. It's monopoly money.
Yeah, but
but nothing. You can sign the guy in the first year's $5 million. You know that. They can sign him and make it a really manageable deal his first year. They do crazy stuff like that. Dude, we didn't expect Armstead and Tyreek Hill, and we got it, right? So anything is possible. I'm just saying, if you really wanted to trade X, the AFC West, holy crap, there might be teams there might be willing to make all kinds of deals for X because they have to play in that stinking division.
I thought J.C. Jackson went to oh yes he did. They got J.C. Jackson, Asante Samuels, and Chris Harris, bro. They're good. They're all right.
Yeah. Okay.
They don't need a cornerback.
Okay, and look at the other three teams.
Bro, you're gonna make me look at everybody's depth chart.
I'm just telling you, the Raiders need him. I can already tell you that. I know they're corners. They can use him.
Man.
I can tell you that. And, by the way, you're getting rid of the in Kansas City. They're cleaning house. They're getting rid of Tyrann Mathieu. You can use X then. What the hell? If you're playing in that division, you're going to need corners.
Yeah, you're right on Kansas City, but then do they have cap space?
And how about the Raiders? Well, they have the cap space because they're freeing it up now. You know what I mean?
Now you're going to make me look at cap space.
I don't need you to look at cap space. That's an article for you now down the line. Now you can, after you call X now and find out, what's going on? Are you leaving? And then you'll be able to write an article.
X is fine. Like, they'll figure it out. He'll hold out the first 2 weeks of camp, and they'll figure it out.
Have you spoken to T.J. Watt yet?
T.J. Watt.
He plays for the Steelers. Come on, Jesus Christ!
What about T.J. Watt? Why would
you're working for you got a job with the Pittsburgh Post Gazette? That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God!
It
You
just
figured me out.
it just goes over the man all the time. All the time. All right, so what are you working on the Sun Sentinel? Dolphins Super Bowl Tua MVP. I was completely wrong. Opinionated article. Is that what's going on?
Well, I was completely wrong about what?
Tua. You might as well
Oh,
prepare
okay, yeah.
that. You might as well
I
prepare
was
that
completely
article.
wrong by saying that he's going to change the trajectory of the franchise. You're right.
I'm
Correct.
telling you. Should prepare that article because by November, December, I can see that article coming out.
That's right. I was wrong. He's not going to change
in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette that you'll be writing and saying, hey, when I was a Dolphins writer, I said Tua wasn't the guy. I have to admit, do they play the Steelers this year?
I don't know. I doubt it.
They do, huh?
They do.
I think that you're on the beat and you don't even know if the Steelers play the Dolphins.
I ain't gonna be here, bro.
I know you're in Pittsburgh. You should know their schedule. So after Tua pounds the shit out of the Steelers this year, you'll write the article going, when I was in Miami,
absolutely,
they play the Steelers?
Yeah, they play in Miami at Hard Rock Stadium. Flores comes back.
Look, see, you come back, you're freezing your ass off in Pittsburgh or Flores. You come back to Miami, you write the article, Tua kicks their ass, and you say, look, I was wrong, and the reason why the Steelers stink now is because I'm on the beat with the Steelers, and the reason why the Dolphins are great is because I
got off. Yes, it's my fault.
That's it. And you can take the blame for it all, lie on the sword, and it'll be a great article, a great column.
I am the blame for all Dolphins mediocrity.
I think the Dolphin fans around the world will frame that article of yours.
My first season was John Beck. Then I moved to Chad Henne. Then I moved to, I'm not even going to disrespect Matt Moore and say I moved to him because he didn't have the team. Then I moved to Ryan Tannehill. Then we moved to...
Yeah, you give more love to Matt Moore than Tua Tagovailoa.
Wow. I see why people don't trust journalists nowadays.
Yeah. They get off bandwagons really quick. Boy.
I've never
suffers a rib injury, thumb, no line, no coaching. Oh, he's got to be terrible.
And I say that on a regular basis to those who will listen, except for Tuanon, because it's not good enough. It's never good enough for Tuanon. They're like ungrateful little children.
We're spoiled.
One minute you don't give them a snack, and it's a tantrum.
That's it.
Doesn't matter if they just got a snack.
Well, I can tell you this. I already have my Airbnb in Arizona. I am ready to go for Super Bowl week.
I don't believe you. You're a liar.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I have Sean right now looking for a donkey that does cocaine for our parties. So, yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun out there. We're going to have parties every single night. And once Tua wins the Super Bowl, all hell will break loose. That's it. I'm just
all hell will break loose once Tua wins the Super Bowl.
That's right. It's going to happen. What are you working on, the Sun Sentinel or the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette? Which one? I don't know which one it is, but
a thorough breakdown about what is left to address now that we done ball till we fall.
Okay.
So figure out what we can get with it with the third round draft pick.
All right. Make sure, folks, you subscribe to the South Florida Sun Sentinel while Omar is still there. Follow him on Twitter at Omar Kelly. And we'll catch you on Monday, my friend. Have a terrific weekend.
All right, man. I'll let you.
You got it. There you go. Great. Omar Kelly.
This is the Big O Show. This is the